Hi guys, this is my first video about narcissism. So I want to talk about why do the narcissists select you as a victim. You know, most narcissists, what they do is they go online, and when they are online, that's if you meet the narcissist online, they will be messaging a lot of people, like sending the same message to a lot of people. They could send like same message to like maybe 100 people, and then they're looking for those who's gonna respond back. And then when you respond back to them, they are scanning through, they're seeing your kind of response, because usually they like people that are more like people that pay attention to detail. Maybe for example, you give them a compliment on their looks, or you tell them how they are, give them just a validatory compliment. Yeah. Then they know like, oh yeah, this could be the one. And then they will engage with you subtly. They want to see how quick you respond. So if they see you're the kind of person who's so eager, like you pushing, you want to meet them or you want to communicate with them, they will draw back a little bit and they'll keep responding to you, but not as quick as you would respond back to them. So what they do basically is trying to assess you so they can determine what kind of victim you might be or what kind of person you will be. Then that initial phase, they are mirroring whatever vibes you give in. So for example, if you're given the vibes as a cheerful person, they'll be cheerful as well. If you're given the vibes as you're serious, serious about life and things, they will be serious about life and things as well. If you're given the vibe of, oh, you party kind of person, they will be party. They like whatever you like. They're just like a mirror. So, and then if they see that you've got things they like, or you got things that will make them look good, for example, you drive a fancy car, or you live in a nice apartment, or you got a nice job, they know the money's in, and they know that will make their self-image look good, they will definitely tag along with you, So they're trying to use you to shine, So they like the kind of people that have power, but necessarily don't know how to use it. That's what the narcissist is thinking. They're thinking, oh yes, there's this guy got money, but he doesn't really know how to spend it, So I'll help him spend the money, So that's how narcissists think. So they're like, so they want to come into your life, then control you, so they can use those things you have for their purpose and their benefit, So when you get close to people like that, at first they'll test you. If they come into your life, they'll start criticizing little things. Maybe they come to your apartment now, for example. They'll tell you, oh, you shouldn't have put this, oh, this should be better. Oh, you shouldn't have done that, that should be better. That doesn't mean that everyone that give you their opinion on things, they are narcissists. But there's a way it feels like when you're around the narcissist, there's a way you feel. Like you have this feeling, most victims know this. You have this gut feeling that'll tell you like, wait a minute, if I kind of achieve all this thing, what's this little thing that this person is criticizing? And that little thing might be something that is really, like to you, you don't really see it as important, because you got priorities in life, But a narcissist will pinpoint that little thing. You could be Bill Gates, you could be wherever, but a narcissist will come to your apartment and tell you, oh, you shouldn't be using this fry pan. This fry pan sticks too much, you should buy this other one, That's how little. So if you fall for that and say, oh yeah, I'll go get that fry pan, that's the best. From there, it's gonna be another thing. From another thing, before you know, your entire life is taking over. So that's usually how they start, So when you get with them, it's usually, you notice like if you give them a compliment, that depend on how you give them the compliment. For example, like if you give them a compliment, say, oh, you're looking beautiful and things, if they come back and just say thanks, that means they've not assessed you, But if they like you and they want to build that connection with you. When you tell them, oh, you're looking beautiful, they'll tell you you're handsome too. You know, if they see like they really want to get with you, whatever you tell them, they'll mirror it back. You know, so that's the way they are. They monopolize conversations. Like, you know, you could tell a narcissist like, hey, I went to Japan, they went to Thailand. If you tell them, oh, I went to Paris, they went to Germany. You know, you never feel like you even exist in the relationship. You know, you're gonna feel like, oh, wait a minute, I've just told this person I'm sick. Instead of them to empathize with you and say, so how are you feeling? What's wrong? You know, like the way a normal human being should do. Instead, a narcissist will tell you, oh, I've had that sickness too, you know, and this is the drug I tried and all those things. You find out that you're there, but you're not really being heard. You're just there like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So that's how narcissists are. You know, they at first, they'll attract you in. Then once you've come in, then they treat you like shit. Like they just want you to feel like you got no sense of your own. You can't think by yourself. Like you got no, there's nothing you can do without them, you know. And that's when you start depending on their validation. Like when you start depending on them, like their opinions and everything. From then they start seeing it as you stupid. So they're not looking at it like, okay, maybe I told this person to use this fry pan. They'll be like, wow, look at my opinion. This guy really believed this, you know, that his pan is not good. Then they'll look for another thing, you know. So that's how they are. That's how they are. Before you know, if you're the type of person that perhaps you need people to agree with you, or you feel if I disagree with them, they're gonna go away. Maybe you're like those codependent people, you know, and things. You're just a perfect target for a narcissist, because as soon as you believe a word they say, as soon as you believe all those their validation, and even if you got a bad fry pan, yeah, you shouldn't be compelled to change it. You should change it at your own pace. And every decision you make in life should be because you want to do it, not because you want to please anyone. Not because, oh, if I don't do this thing now, oh, this person is going to feel this type of way, or that person is going to feel that type of way. Then you'll be manipulated, you know. So whatever you do in life, whatever you do should be your own decision, your own conscious mind. No one should give you a deadline for anything, you know. You should make your plans, and you should plan your life according to how it suits you, according to how you know it's going to be most beneficial to yourself, you know, like, you know, for example, if you're planning your budget tight, you know, you're living on a tight budget, maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck, you know, you shouldn't go exceed your budget because you want to please someone. If anyone want to walk away from your life, let them walk away. If anyone wants to be your friend, let them be your friend. Friendship and relationship is free. It costs nothing. And even a good relationship is going to make your life even better and not worse. You know, so you're going to be very happy in it. You're going to like have good quality people in your life that genuinely care. That's what you need. Not people that give you deadlines, not people that make you feel like you're not enough, or you have to do this or you have to do that, you know, to please them. Not people that they are being connected to them comes with a string attached, or if you don't do this, they're not going to treat you the same way. That's just a transaction. That's not a relationship, you know. So what I'm trying to say is, watch out for subtle signs, and if someone is mirroring you back, you should ask yourself, wait a minute, am I really trying to know this person? Does this person tell me things because I asked for it? Or they're telling me things because I said I did this, and then they're responding back with what they're mirroring, you know? If you ask someone a question like, where do you work? You know, ask people direct questions and see how quick they give you answers, and how you know, logical the answers are. But if you just tell someone, oh, I work with so and so company, and they tell you I've worked there too, you didn't ask them where they work. You understand? So you have to have that intuition to spot out when you're being mirrored, and when you're actually having a conversation with someone and you're actually getting to know someone, you know. So when you meet people, make sure that you're asking them direct questions, you know. Ask them direct questions and see how quick they respond, or what type of answer they give, you know. So this video, I'm just trying to let you know, like, Don't be too excited when people are like giving you sweet compliments, you know, and things. Sometimes they're trying to mirror you back your good qualities, and they're trying to win you over so they could gain your trust real quickly, you know. And also, when people tell you things about themselves, make sure like you actually ask for those questions, because if you don't ask yourself, why is this person telling me? If I just walk up to you now and say, hey, you know what, I went to New York last week and I had fun, why am I telling you? Did you ask me, um, where did you go for holiday? If you don't ask questions and I'm just giving you details of things, am I trying to manipulate you to think or have this image in your mind about myself, you know? So always don't get lost in conversation. Always be aware and know like, oh, this person is saying this thing. Did I really ask this question? You know, things like that will be very, very beneficial to you. That's if you're just able to spot it, you know.